Pakatari's radio engineer is being held prisoner at the Olico Dam. We need to bust this guy out so he can help us hack Perico's broadcasting system.
Poke the hornet's nest.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Now the rebels can come claim it.
Hope they make some good use of whatever's inside it. I'd hate to think we came all this way for nothing.
Kumpas, this is Pakatari. Because of your victories, my men are starting to have hope again.
Good morale makes a stronger soldier.
Yes, hope makes men fight. But our fight will need more than sentiment if we are to succeed.
Don't worry, Pac. This party's just getting started. Nomad out. Eyes on the prisoner's location.
This is a lot of trouble for a rebel comms guy.
Chalk it up
As a favor to the rebels, we can always use their good graces. Let's just make sure the prisoner's in one piece.
Alarm over here. Alarms are all disabled. Reinforcements won't be flying.
The drone is up. Just spotted one with submachine guns. I've got eyes on the captain. Here's target number 5.
Got a tango. Fucking mortar.
I got a target carrying submachine guns. That's 10 targets.
Target spotted.
That was close.
Demo is primed and in place.
I see some light panels over here.
I got the C4 primed.
I think that's all of them.
It's a Santa Blanca commendation. Those Sicarios will be missing this. Didn't expect a dam this big out here.
Yeah, the locals use it for irrigation.
Seems like overkill.
I reckon somebody was optimistic about agriculture in Bolivia.
Who the hell are you?
Our mutual friend Pakatari sent us.
Está bueno. Let's go.
Got nothing to shoot at.
In the old days, the miners made sure to leave offerings to El Tío down in the tunnels. Little things, some tobacco or a handful of coca leaves. Sometimes, if the men knew they would be working a shaft that had an evil reputation, they would pour out cups of Singani over the stones, so El Tío would leave them be. The year I turned 25, I was working in a mine near Huayna. It was old and deep. The timbers were rotted and its veins were nearly dry. Times were hard.
Let's go. Let's
There
go.
was so little coming out of the mine that people barely had enough to eat, much less feed El Tío. We had been working in the deepest part of the mine for many weeks, and the tunnels had begun to shift and ground. I knew that El Tío was hungry, and that something bad was going to happen. So my brother and I went into the hills one night and killed a llama. That morning, before I went down into the mine, I painted its blood on the entrance as an offering to El Tío. The cave-in happened later that day. 1 minute I was working, the next, I was alone in the darkness. I could hear my friends moaning and crying out in pain, cut up by tons of earth and rock. One by one, my friends fell silent. I sat in the dark and listened to them die. And then it was my turn. A smell came into the air.
Akakatari is mi señor
It was
comandante.
foul,
Pero I
like
did not
burned
think
hair
he would
and
call upon
brimstone.
Americans just to rescue
Then,
little me. You have some
the
technical
was
expertise
there.
that's pertinent to our
I couldn't
current
see
mission.
him,
We're
but
gonna
I
hijack
felt
DJ
there
Perico's
in that
radio
tiny
signal.
space,
No mierda.
right in front of me.
My wife loves that guy's
I was
show.
shaking
I
like
keep
a
telling
leaf.
her, hey,
I held up my
he's the
hand.
enemy,
To
caray.
this day,
She's
I
like,
don't know why,
but he's so
and I heard a
funny.
sound,
I can never
soft,
win with
snuffling sound like an animal would make. I could feel hot breath on my palm as the devil bent close to me and smelled the llama blood staining my hand.
Compa, thank you again.
This broadcast could be a greater victory than any of us realize.
Or it could change nothing. Carajo, don't worry. I will get it done, and then we shall see. Adios, pues.
Stay tuned to Santa Blanca Radio. If all goes to plan, you'll hear Pakatari's speech before you know it.
Hooah.
We're hearing Pakatari's broadcast all over the country. DJ Perico is already a fool, but now Sueño looks like one too.
How do you measure the reactions we get anyway?
When they're not busy taking selfies, my social media team monitors online trends. Hashtag DJ Perico is already getting the funniest gifs. Bowman out.
Our rebel
A conscience is a dangerous thing, mostly to the person who has one. Ramon Feliz couldn't live with himself. He was moments from taking the coward's way out when... It seems that in spite of his recent allegiance to us, Feliz still had one source who was willing to bring him information. Un chivato. Information I was now aware of, since I had people monitoring his every keystroke. It's a shame, really. If Ramon had known what was on its way, he would have gone through with the suicide.
is getting cozy with Bowman.
This is a lot of shit to go through just so Pat can give a speech on the radio.
I suspect Bowman wants the rebels to feel like this is their op. Shit, they're the ones getting the credit for it anyway. Let's keep moving.
Get your team ready to move. There's a popular Bolivian blogger, Ramon Feliz, who's been working for the cartel. He usually writes about Santa Blanca's charity events and shit, but this morning, he broke the news that the cartel was trafficking children.
I'll bet that got people angry.
The one we have to worry about is Sueño. Find Feliz and get that evidence before the cartel puts him in the ground.
Sounds simple enough.
Grab everything you can from him. He's bound to have plenty of dirt on the cartel. He lives in Santa Elena. I'll zap you the address.
Roger that. Nomad out.
Perico and the cartel are pretending that nothing happened, but that rebel broadcast did a lot to inspire the locals. The word from Hakatari is that people are lining up to join the fight against Santa Blanca.
Let's hope it was the right play. I get nervous when any player in the game gets too strong.
Afraid the socialists are gonna get too big for their britches? He's such a Cold War antique.
This is the CIA agent in Latin America. We're moving on. Be in touch soon.
For the past couple of years, the cartel has been experimenting with high-tech submarines as a way to smuggle powder into the U.S. Best you can tell, these subs follow one of the tributaries up to the Amazon, then into the Atlantic for transit to the Florida coast.
Jesus, that's a couple thousand miles.
Exactly. The man running the program is called El Cerebro. He's got almost nothing on this guy. Rumor has it he's some kind of genius, a real mad scientist type. We know he's been ordering all kinds of military-grade electronics to upgrade his subs capabilities. We need a better picture of what's going on in Caymanes. Get me all the intel you can on their submarine ops, as well as El Cerebro and his research. If you get actionable intel on the cartel submarine fleet, take them out. Let's put some hurt on El Cerebro and see how he reacts. Maybe he'll make a mistake and we can grab him.
Sounds good. We're on it.
Most cartel members are violent idiots who are too high to care. But Patricio Mendez Valle, aka El Cerebro, is an oddball genius who's too fucking smart to bother. Nidia Flores spotted his intellect when he was just a kid. She sent him to college in Mexico and later grad school in California. Word is he was too strange and misanthropic for even that crowd. But he popped up on our radar. El Cerebro heads up the cartel's submersible program out of Jimenez. From Jimenez, his semi-submersibles, sometimes carrying as much as 10 tons of cocaine, head downriver to Brazil, then to the Atlantic. From there, floating just a few feet below the surface, they can go all the way to Mexico, even as far as Florida. But smuggling with these semi-submersibles will soon be a thing of the past. He and Nidia have ambitions to make reusable, fully submersible craft. Think what a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise could do with a fleet of submarines. Smuggling would be just the start. If we're gonna take down these subs, we need El Cerebro and his jagged-ass brain intact and cooperative. Just remember, he's Nidia's pet project. She won't give him up easy.
¡Viva la guerrilla! I'll drive. SAO is part of Santa Blanca's coke smuggling operation. Bowman's got files for us on all the major players.
Woman in charge is Nidia Flores, an ex-beauty queen turned drug trafficker. Her right-hand man is a dude named El Boquita. Ugly motherfucker. Seems to handle on-the-ground logistics. She's the brains, he's the brawn.
For Santísima Muerte so loved the Santa Blanca cartel that she gave us her only begotten daughter, that whoever believeth in her should not perish, but have everlasting life. Many years ago, we were in trouble, in la desesperación, on the verge of extinction, being torn to pieces by the snakes and ratas. I believed that hope was lost, that it was too late for us. Era el fin. But just when I was ready to give up, it happened. Nidia Flores came forth, known to us as La Reina de Belleza, the beauty queen. And with her, she brought prosperity, wealth, and retribution. We feel her charity, su amor, deep in our hearts. As she continues to spread her gospel across the world, to every corner of the globe, praise to Saint Nidia, Queen of Queens, Reina de Reinas, Goddess among mongrels.